it deflated and the inner tube got sucked in. This is also trash too. I might have to replace these wheels. Had these old Toro wheel horse lawn tractor front wheels. Been sitting in my shed for years. They were the thinnest ones I had compared to these. I won't throw these away, I'll still keep them. But I had to cut the inner frame to get tire clearance. I just had to fix this, it was bothering me. So I just wanted to move this out of the way to get something out of the shed. And when I tried to start it, it wouldn't start. I thought the battery was dead. So I swapped the battery, still didn't start. Got 2 jumper packs went on there. The smart kinds, if they don't sense a battery is connected, it won't work. So that's your indication right there that it's not sensing that there's a battery. Like a battery's not even connected. So then I jumped the solenoid. Solenoid wouldn't even jump. Means solenoid is not even moving up the plunger. So I think it's a bad solenoid because I took another jumper pack, the old kind, went straight to the starter, fired right up. So I think the solenoid's bad. Gonna have to change it. So first you want to confirm that it's the solenoid. Solenoid is usually right there. This is a 4-post solenoid. You want to disconnect one of the wires. Usually it's red, but this is black. It's probably because I painted it. Get a voltmeter. One to positive, one to negative, and try to turn the ignition switch. And I'm getting 11 volts. Maybe this battery's bad. But the trigger wire is working, but the solenoid doesn't. Means solenoid is seized. So a 4-post solenoid means that it's 2 lugs, one positive, one negative. I just disconnected the positive, we'll disconnect the negative. 2 7/16 bolts, or in this case, half. John Deere, gotta make it difficult. Remove the solenoid from the frame. There. And then this other connection on this second lug goes to your starter. As you can see, this is a 4-post solenoid. 1, 2, 3, 4. How this works is, this wire here goes to the positive side of the battery. This wire over here goes to the starter. One of these is negative, one is positive. Doesn't matter which. You can switch polarity if you want. As long as this is grounded, it'll work. So when you turn the key of your ignition of your tractor to the start position, it sends 12 volts of power to this circuit, causing this part to energize, and inside there's a plunger that moves up When it moves up, it connects these two bolts into one circuit. Right now it's not connected, but when you do energize, the plunger moves up, connects these two, makes the circuit between the battery to the starter. That's all it is. It's like a switch or a relay. And these things go bad after a while. And so we're just going to change out this 4-post solenoid. Now years ago, 5 years ago, these 4-post or 3-post solenoids were only like $5. 3-post solenoids just negated the negative. But you had to make sure that you secured this properly to the frame so that acts like the ground. Here you could just connect the ground onto one of these, and you don't technically have to even mount this anywhere. It could be free floating, but you mount it anyway for it to be secure. Now these solenoids are like $10, $12. It's ridiculous how bad inflation has been. This is a Hipa 4-post solenoid. Same idea, 4 posts. You can connect it with any kind of connection. It has the tab kind, and also if you had a loop, you can loop it. And the 2 lugs right there. And you can mount it with the frame here or with the frame there. So it has a lot of versatility in mounting options. If you guys would like to try out a 4-post solenoid from my friends over at Hipa, I'll leave a link in the description below. Remember to use discount code Henry for 10% off your entire order. We'll mount this real quick. Just do the reverse of that. It is très facile to install. That's, if you guys speak Chinese, that's what that was. I'm going to tighten these nuts over here and have the 2 tabs pointing outwards. I like to have them more further apart than together. Or maybe that would be okay. Oh, I don't know. How about that? It's 1/2 inch also. They were always 7/16 from what I remember. I guess they're now 1/2 inch. Really easy to install. Take this lug off. Put the positive. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. Connect the starter one to here. Hey, you thought I was going to do it, huh? You have to do it once. If you do it twice, it's not funny anymore. Now you connect. Like I said, it doesn't matter which one you do. You can do either. And I know this battery is probably Dunsky. Let's see if it at least kind of cranks. Because I think it is the solenoid, because I jumped this. I took a wrench and I put it to connect these 2 manually. Nothing happened, which means the plunger is seized inside. So it still didn't work. So I'm attaching my top done battery tester and see what the battery condition is. Strange. This battery is 100%. So I just used my multimeter and I tested the voltage of the battery and it's showing 13 volts. And then I tested the positive wire going to the solenoid and it was like 10 volts. I'm like, how do you lose 3 volts just from this 3-inch wire? So then I tested the connection over here and the bolt was loose. So it has to have a good connection to the wire. Let's clean up these contacts and get a new bolt and nut. Now let's see if it works. See? This 4-pole solenoid, because the negative is connected and a positive, it could be floating. It's not even touching the frame. But we'll secure it to the frame anyway. I may have to get a longer wire. It doesn't allow me to move this around too much. There you go. I got a longer wire so that I can finagle this 4-pole solenoid into place. Now it's bolted onto the frame. All the connections are nice and clean and tight. Rock on. That's how you change a 4-pole solenoid. Now that we got this taken care of, we'll drive this Deere into the backyard to try to fix another Deere. All right, I just put a battery in here. It's a fuel pump kind, so you gotta prime it first, put gas in it too. Battery's kind of low. It's been sitting here for a long time in another tractor. Let's keep her going. Oops. Man, that old baby really mowed well. Aside from a weak battery, this thing's badass. What do you guys think? A little bit out of control here? It's out of control. I gotta sell some of this stuff. It's ridiculous. So some nut came to look at my Toro wheel horse 1438 HXL hydrostatic. It really mows very well. Anyway, ran out of gas, of course, when I'm showing it to him. Filled it up with gas again and ran great. Of course, the guy tells me, "Oh, you know what? I gotta look at another tractor. I'll keep in touch with you, okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." It's all part of the trade, guys. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe.
Subscribe. You're subscribed.
Subscribe.
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 Subscribe. Subscribe to it.
It's me. Hi. We need you to donate $1 or $2.
Hit the subscribe button. It's free.
We'll see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.